All right, guys, it's Mr. Winter. I wanted to go over the retell rope. Retelling is such an important skill. I wanted to practice it again this week. So when you retell the story, remember you don't have to tell every little detail. You're telling the big important parts that happen in the story. You should also tell the setting, the time, and the place. Sometimes the time and place changes a lot, so you can just give some examples. The characters, the people or animals in the story, especially the main character. The problem. What's the main character trying um, to solve? What happened to them in the story? The events, the happenings, the beginning, middle, and end. That's usually how did the main character try to solve the problem, and then the solution. How did the character solve the problem, and how did the story end? You could also add in the character's feelings and things like that. So I wanted to use Corduroy and retell the story to you. Now, I'm going to show you the pictures. You can also use the pictures to help you retell the story. And I'm going to keep all of these things in mind while I'm retelling the story. Okay? So here's Corduroy. So I'm going to open the story. Corduroy was a bear that lived in the toy department of a big store. And he always wished that somebody would come and take him home. And one morning, a little girl named Lisa, she came to the store and she wanted to take him home, but her mother wouldn't let her because he was missing a button on his clothes. So Corduroy decided he wanted to go look for the button. And he went all over the store. And he kept looking for his button. And finally, he got to the furniture department of the store, which he said looked like a palace. And on one of the mattresses on the bed, he saw a button. And when he tried to pull it off so he could use it for his overalls, he fell and he knocked the lamp over. And the noise from the lamp falling caused the security guard to come. And the security guard found Corduroy. And he took him back to the toy department. The next day, the little girl Lisa came back to the store. And she had saved up all her money from her piggy bank and she bought Corduroy. And she took him home, and Corduroy was so happy. He was so happy that he finally had a home. And Lisa sewed back on his button, even though she liked him just the way he was. And they were friends. Now, do you see how I retold the story? And I didn't tell every little single detail, but I did cover all of these things. I told the setting and the characters, Corduroy's problem that nobody would take him home because he had lost his button. And he tried to find the button, but then the girl came back to the store, and that was the solution. Then he finally found a home, and they were friends. Okay? So I want you to practice that with your books that you're reading. Make sure at the end you do something at the end of the book, like retelling the story. That's an important skill. And when I test you, I always ask you to retell the story to me. Okay? So make sure you practice.